Welcome to Self-Aware Soul. Today we're talking about letting go of emotional clutter, those unresolved thoughts, emotions, and experiences that weighs us down. Just like we declutter our home in spring, clearing emotional baggage allows us to feel lighter, more at peace, and open to new opportunities. As I was doing some spring cleaning around my home, I thought to myself, that's what we need to do for ourselves too, for our emotions. That's how I came up with this topic, spring cleaning for the soul, letting go of emotional clutter. What is emotional clutter? Emotional clutter is the weight of unprocessed emotions, regrets, resentment, fear, guilt, or negative self-talk. It comes from past experiences, limiting beliefs, or even expectations we just place on ourselves. Over time, this builds up can affect our mood, relationships, and overall well-being. How do you recognize the signs you're holding on to emotional clutter? Feeling stuck or unable to move forward, or if something is holding you back. Replaying past mistakes or painful experiences over and over. Feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or emotionally drained without a clear reasons. Struggling with self-doubt or a lack of confidence in making decisions, resisting change or fearing the unknown, even when change could be positive. I know sometimes when we are tired, we can feel this more. And the best thing to do is we need to take care of ourselves and be rested to avoid feeling this emotional clutter. And how do we release emotional clutter? The first step is letting go. To letting go is recognizing what you're holding on to. Ask yourself, what emotions keep resurfacing? What thoughts feel heavy? Awareness brings clarity and helps break the cycle of emotional buildup. One of the things to do is have a safe place to have a release. That's journaling. Writing process emotions without judgment. Write down what's weighing on you. Then ask, is this serving me? If not, write how you can release it. You can also write a letter to someone. Even if you don't, send it to express emotion you're holding on. Sometimes I find it's really helpful when someone has hurt us or upset us. We can write a letter to the person expressing what's inside, what we are feeling, and not actually send them, because when we are feeling emotion, we feel all the negative emotions and we write them down and allow time to pass. And you can actually write it again when you're feeling a little better. And if you compare those two letters, you can see the difference. And this is one of the ways you can actually release your negative emotions and also clearing the mind. Deep breathing helps release tension and clear inner space for healing. Inhale deeply for 4 counts. Hold for 4 and exhale for 6. Imagine breathing in fresh energy and releasing any tension. Feeling stuck or unable to move forward or if something is holding you back. Replaying past mistakes or painful experiences over and over. Feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or emotionally drained without a clear reasons. Struggling with self-doubt or lack of confidence in making decisions, resisting change or fear the unknown, or even change could be positive. The first step to letting go is recognizing what you're holding on to. Ask yourself, what emotions keep resurfacing? What thoughts feels heavy? Awareness brings clarity and helps break the cycle of emotional buildup. Writing often helps the process of processing emotion without judgment. Write down what's weighing on you. Then ask, is this something serving me? If not, write down how you can release it. You can also write a letter to someone, even if you don't send it, to express emotions you're holding on or the emotions you're holding in. I find oftentimes when I'm upset or if someone has hurt me or wronged me or got me upset or angry, I would write a letter to that person when I'm feeling that emotion. But of course, I don't send it because releasing it from inside helps to lighten the weight. And after a couple of days, you can rewrite a letter to the same person. By this time, you will have felt better already, and you can notice the difference in how you've written your first letter and the second letter. And then after some days, you can write yet again another letter where your mind is clear, where you're thinking rationally and logically. And when you compare these three letters, you will definitely find that the way you've written it is totally different. That's why I know myself when I'm upset or I'm angry, I rather not react and say anything that I might regret. So I often let time pass. One of the ways to clear the mind is deep breathing. Deep breathing also helps release tension and create inner space for healing. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. Imagine breathing in fresh energy and exhaling emotional weight. A guided meditation with visualization, such as picturing light dissolving heavy emotion, can also help. Reiki, smudging with sage or Palo Santo, even placing your hands over your heart while setting the intentions to release can help shift stuck energy. If you work with crystals, stones like amethyst, black tourmaline, or selenite can aid in clearing emotional blockages. Sometimes I do recommend to my client when they're feeling stress. There's also another stone or the crystal called smoky quartz. You can hold it in your hands and one place between your feet and sit quietly and breathe deeply for a few minutes, and you can feel the stress relieving you. One of the other ways to release the past is forgiveness and compassion. Holding on to anger or guilt is like carrying a heavy weight backpack everywhere you go. Forgiveness isn't about condoning actions, it's about freeing yourself. You forgive yourself for feeling the anger. You forgive yourself for the emotions that you're feeling that's weighing you down. Because when you're in a clearer mind, you'll be able to think that sometimes people's behavior is not really directed at you. It could be something that what they're going through and they're letting it out in a negative way. Start with self-compassion. Remind yourself, I did the best I could with what I have and what I knew at the time. If forgiving someone feels difficult, try this affirmation. I choose to let go of this pain and make space for peace. I choose to let go of this pain and make space for peace. Letting go is a journey, not a single act. Be patient with yourself and celebrate even the simplest steps. The more you clear, the lighter you will feel. Let's end with an affirmation. I release what no longer serves me and welcome peace into my life. I release what no longer serves me and welcome peace into my life. Whenever you feel you're holding on to anger or any emotional weight, take deep breaths and also say these affirmations. Feel the affirmations. When you feel the affirmations, it becomes easier to let go of anything that does not serve you. Thank you for listening to Self-Aware Soul. If this episode resonates with you, share your thoughts and don't forget to subscribe for more. Until next time, take care and be kind to yourself. Love and light.